And here we go. Hello, I'm TarotOracle, and this is my Kickstarter deck. So this week we have a lot of new fantastic images. Look how cool this is. Look how cool this is indeed. Okay, let's zoom in and take a look at what we have this week. The first one that I did, what was the first one I did? I did this one. This is the Seven of Pentacles. And I added a gopher. So my logic here was Caddyshack. You know, because you get a hats off to Caddyshack. You got to do it. So there's a gopher. The funny part, this square right here is actually my phone. So I go outside and take a picture in the sunlight, and occasionally I go out at noon to where the sun is directly above me, so I can't get my phone out of the way when I take a picture with my phone. So the square is actually the shadow of my phone. But when I processed this, it actually turned it into this dug up portion. It looks like he just dug up that portion. So it was synchronicity. Is that the word? Synchronicity. There we go. So very sort of serendipitous. Another one. So very serendipitous that we have the gopher from Caddyshack, and then we have him. But this took a long time to draw these stupid leaves. A lot of work went into this. Lot of work went into this thing. What was the next one I did after that? I think after that I did the swords, the Six of Swords, our traditional Six of Swords. Now, the traditional meaning of this, if you look at books, is moving to a better place. So I wanted to represent that within the picture rather than you having to go look up in a book. You could just instantly see that we're going to a better place. So if you'll notice, I completely trashed the side of the boat. I mean, it's got holes, it's got little, hunks missing out of it. It's rotted. It's got little red spots. I mean, it's terrible looking. And it looks like there's actually water coming into the boat. So, I mean, they're having a rough time. And the part that he's standing on is actually cracking. So you can see this, they're having a rough time. But look at where they're going, though. Look at this beautiful, beautiful water texture that I got. And going all these pretty trees, and there's sunlight over here. I made a sunlight effect in Photoshop, so it looks like they're going to a much better place than what they are. And also made the water dingy, and I desaturated it so it looks horrible over here. This water looks terrible, and then this water looks very pretty. So obviously a bit over the top, but they're going to a better place. All right, the next one that I did was the Four of Cups. So now you see the Four of Cups here. Basically pretty traditional. I mean, it's pretty traditional Four of Cups. I did the grass in watercolor. I took out you see the little grass segments here. I got a little liner in watercolor and made the grass look realistic. So I think the grass textures look fantastic. The mountain looks great in the background as well. Tree textures is on target. Look at that tree texture. I mean, come on, give it to me. That's on target. That tree texture, that's on target. The leaves, not so much. It needs more variety in value. It's all like bright, but whatever. Don't look at the leaves. So if you'll notice, there's a hook around the cup right here. But anyway, obviously this is a fishing pole. So the idea is, there's 100 definitions for this card, but, they're offering, instead of a hand out of the cloud, it's offering with a fishing pole. Could it be that someone is fishing for attention or trying to fish up something out of there? I don't know. That's up to you to decide. The next card that I did was the bird taking a dump on his back. I mean, yes, it is. So, no, I did not actually go out and get bird poo. This is quite gouache right there with the bird poo. But the crow, I freehanded that. That was nice. It's got like nice shadow areas right here where the crow is standing. and the wands look very cool. So I got the watercolor, and at the tips here, I just wet it and then hit it with a tissue, so it removed a bunch of the color. Very cool effect. Very cool effect. Houses and whatnot, and the shading is on target. I mean, the brightness from the sun down to the shade and the shadows, that's on target. A lot of work went into that. Well, not a lot of work. That actually took like half a day, but whatever. Whatever. I'll pretend like it's a lot of work. You can go, ooh, that's nice. That was a lot of work. It must have been a lot of work. Of course it was a lot of work. Okay. The next one, the ever so depressing Eight of Cups. Ooh, I got this gooey, nasty, gooey effect on these mountains and these hills. It looks really cool. That looks really gooey and gross. And I think it looks a lot better than the original card. That looks gooey and nasty, which is the point. That's the point. So anyway, so yeah, that's a nice, dark, dingy background there as well. That looks awful. And I included a tarantula next to the cups. I mean, he's leaving. He's leaving. There's not enough bad mood in this card, but I wanted a tarantula. Then you have this gooey, weird liquid or something on the ground next to the cups. I love it. I love this. This looks good. I think it looks nice. I think that's a radical looking card. It looks gooey and weird. It looks sick. It looks like not a good time. So I think that it represents the card well, in my opinion. And then you have the bright, pretty cups and whatnot. And I put a little rock texture within here to make it look nice. But I think overall it looks pretty cool. It looks pretty cool. Anyway. So now this took 2 days. This is a lot of effort for this. Look at the detail on this. So I reinterpreted instead of, because if you look at the interpretations of the Seven of Swords, which we're on right now, by the way, if you look at the interpretations of the Seven of Swords, it's not only stealing, but if you look close at the original, it's actually a performer. It's a performer outfit. It's like a clown outfit or a juggler or a circus performer leaving the circus. So he's abandoning or leaving the place with stolen goods. So I wanted to represent that. I wanted to get a very nice, thick representation of that. So instead of a standard circus performer, we put a creepy looking clown. Well, I mean, all clowns are creepy after the It movie, Stephen King, It movie. But anyway, so I was inspired by a clown outfit I saw on Google. So I put the big red shoes with the shiny tips. I put some nice texturing and detailing into here. I mean, the patch looks like a real patch. The pants look real. I got a brush and I turned it on its side, and then I made it flat, turned it on the side, made it flat, so you have that nice gradation. And then I put the darker yellow down here, so it has a 3D look. But the patches, they look legit. The patches, the buttons, the hands, not so much. I'm terrible with hands and faces, but whatever. So luckily the clown face, I don't have to draw a face. I can just sort of simulate it. And then I got a fan brush, turned it on its side, dipped it into really thick watercolor paint, and then tapped it into making the wig. So I think the wig looks legit. That brush tapping, the fan brush sort of tapped into the paper, made it look nice. In retrospect, I should have not left this white. I should have made it the background color, because you have this white background in the hair and it looks weird, but whatever. I mean, it's not much difference. But I think the overall effect of the card still gets the point across that we're leaving. We got a nice shadow underneath here. So, I mean, the tints and whatnot look kind of crappy, but I didn't spend a lot of time on that. Anyway, so that is what I did for this week. 6 new cards. Cranking them out, my friends. Cranking them out. Let me know what you think about the new cards for this week. I think this set of cards for this week could be the best cards in the deck. Could be. the best cards in the deck. I think this really, really brings home a lot of the ideas, a lot of the interpretations of these cards. Anyway, just my opinion, of course. Just my opinion, of course. I want to know what you think. Let me know. And, of course, as always, thank you for watching. I appreciate you. We'll see you next time.